Look, some of you might say I'm Cocoa Puffs. Some of you might agree. Everybody's got their different things. So this is my thing. And there's a reason. I'm going to explain some things about what I believe. And then I'm going to give the reason why I'm explaining it. So I'm not just talking to talk. There's a reason behind this. Now, people in quotes call me Jostradamus, right? Because I say things and sometimes they happen. Okay. Now I believe that everything is energy. Everything is frequency. Everything that has happened left an energy. Everything that's getting ready to happen has an energy. That's just how I believe. And I believe that some people, when they get themselves into a quote, into a state, can pick up on some of those energies. Now, it's interesting to hear and see how people differentiate in that belief, because we all use the language. Even people that don't believe it will use the language. How many times have we heard, and this is part of the reason why I'm saying this, but how many times have we heard fans say, well, the building was full of energy, or the energy left the building, right? Okay? You hear the players, and we really feed off of the fans. We're feeding off of that energy. They will say that. But when you propose it in a way like I'm saying, like everything is energy, you might get some people that are like, man, you're a little, Cocoa Puffs, right? You're a little bit out there. But we all use that terminology. It's just not thought of in the way that sometimes I will present it. So for me, and again, there's a point to this. There's a reason why I'm bringing this up. For me, I've known it's been basically my whole life. When I get into an irritated state, when I'm mad, when I get irritated, and I just bleh, and I just stream of consciousness say what's I'm feeling, what I'm getting, whatever you want to call it. On many occasions, what I'm saying is going to happen will inevitably happen. So some people will call that psychic, some people call that, there's a lot of different names for it. I just feel like every single one of us is got our own frequency. We're all tuned a certain way, right? And whatever energy is out there, some of us can pick it up. Some people like use psychedelics and use mushrooms and stuff like that, and they get themselves into a state and they have these experiences. Well, for me, it just happens to be when I'm irritated as hell, right? I mean, how many times, when you guys have been watching the recaps back in the years when I used to bitch and complain so much, how many times would I go do a segment during the intermission and be like, damn it, Barkov, are you ever going to score? Come on, Huberto. Whatever player I picked to rag on in that intermission segment, the next period, they would come out and shove it right down my throat and score and win the game or do something. And I don't, you call it, we joke, Nostradamus, call it predicting. I don't see it that same way. I can't do it on purpose. I have to be in an irritated state, and then I will pick up on whatever energy's out there, and it just so happens that I picked it up, I said it, and then it happened. Okay. And we've all heard the players say, we feed off their energy. We feed off of their energy. All right. Now, here's the reason why I'm bringing that up. Panther fans, if I had $1 for every tweet, message, text, etc., that I've seen and or / gotten in the last 2-3 days about being worried and concerned about the rest that we're getting, the Panthers being off for this layoff. If I had $1 for every one of those, I wouldn't need any more super chats. Okay? Relax and understand. Listen to what Chucky has told us. Because how many times, whether it's good or bad, okay, forget about me, look at your own experiences. How many times, whether it's good or bad, when something has happened, have you yourself said, I knew that was going to happen. I had a feeling that was going to happen. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Damn it, I knew it. Okay. All right. Now, that works both ways, and it can have an effect. And that's where some people might think I'm Cocoa Puffs, and that's fine. But what I'm saying is that, like Nerfel told me not to be cocky and confident about it. And I said, it's too late. I've been saying we were going to win the cup since before the season. And certainly during the season, I doubted that, you know what I mean? But there's reached a point where I just won't allow myself to feel anything different. And that's the point. If when we're at a game, if we can walk into an arena and just feel the energy and feel how people are going, you know, you can, how many times have you heard, I mean, the building was tense. You could feel it. You could cut the tension with a knife, right? It's energy. Whether somebody wants to actually admit it because they think it's woo-woo, it's what it is. So the fact that the players have said, Kachuk has told us, we feed off of the fans. We feed off of that energy. Now, it is Friday. The game the series starts tomorrow. Okay? Now, we've all had our disconnect time. All of us have had time to go do whatever the hell and have plenty of time, and everybody is sick and tired of waiting for these games. But we need to get our shit together energetically. Okay? Stop worrying about the layoff. Stop worrying about the amount of time that we've been off. We did not come this far with this group of guys and the manner of which we did it for a week off to be our downfall. That's not going to happen. Okay? And I'm not telling you that from any space or Jostradamus or any of that. I'm telling you that's the space we need to be in. That's the space we need to be in because we have two choices, Panther fans. We can say, I knew it if that week off does hurt them, or we can say, I knew it when the week off doesn't hurt them. Those are our options. Those are the two options that we have. And if you don't believe that any of that has an effect, listen to what Chucky has said multiple times. We feed off the energy of the fans. Now, that doesn't just mean that the only time and space in which our energy is connecting with them is in the arena. Okay? It doesn't work that way. How many times have you, when you're living with somebody or one of your parents or your sibling, how many times have something bad or something good happen to them miles and hundreds of miles away, and you like, I got a call. Is everything okay? Is everything all right? I had a feeling something wasn't right. I had a feeling I might hear from you. How many times? You've all done it. Well, what do you think that is? What do you think that is? You call it intuition, but still, where did that come from? It's energy, it's frequency. So the point to this is that now that's enough. That's enough with the doubts and the worry and the concern. That's enough, okay? Because that's the last thing we need these players picking up. That's the last thing we need them sitting there seeing on social media is any version of this fan base not believing that these guys can finish it off. They can and they will. But we play a role in that. We play a part in that. Whether some of you want to leave a comment and say I'm full of it and you don't believe it or not, that's your deal. That's fine. But for those of you who understand and feel that you agree with me to some extent, stop worrying about it. Stop worrying about it.